Myself, Solar Nair, and here basically we are discussing about the union part. And in union part, basically we were discussing about the power company union, nuclear power company union. Then basically one of the person basically told that basically the power company union basically we have that one the nuclear power company told that basically I will take one example basically that will clear lots of things. One person told that basically we want to create this many vegetables data from this city. So nuclear power company told that basically we have the set of sequence of the power supply company basically because that city when it was created it has not created from one country and one country's energy basically. It might possible that this basically area basically might be created from that country material, that material, that area basically might be created from that country material. Like this basically it might possible that more than 150 uh, country basically might have created that city basically. So if that is created according to that way basically, then basically the power supply also basically is according to be that way only. So basically they said the creation basically has basically the creation has happened exactly that way basically that you have to give the power supply, then only basically the vegetable creation process basically is going to happen. And here basically we are assuming that this is basically city is going to generate vegetable creation, and this city is going to generate vegetable creation. Like this basically it will that basically this is the sequence basically which says that this is the sequence basically. In this sequence only basically the power supply is going to be happen into the power particular city. So the nuclear company decides that basically the which city basically is supposed to do the production. Mostly basically each and every city keeps on doing the production because without because demand basically always keeps on happening, right? Because human blood cells is always keeps on processing, right? Human blood cells basically never stops. So if the blood cells basically never stop doing the process, then basically how basically the demand and supply will get stopped. So for that basically he told that basically demand and supply, demand always keeps on increasing, and according to that basically you have to do the supply. So if you want to do the supply, then basically the things basically which the way basically which the each and every country basically have taken, that is what which way basically, that is the basically the way that is the each and every city basically is going to produce human needs because natural resources are basically already over. So according to that basically you have to be filtered. So the basically is told that basically according to that basically the if the natural resources are basically got over, then basically according to the city basically creation, the things basically has to be created, right? So things basically has to be created according to the city production, right? So according to the city production, basically the power supply has to be passed, and the power supply basically this data only basically nuclear power company only has, because each and every city when it gets creates without nuclear power supply, without nuclear power company basically approval, not a single country basically gets, not a single city basically gets creates. So here the city basically gets creates according to the nuclear power company energy data basically, which the data basically they are giving. So according to that basically the vegetable creation happens. That means the city basically who creates, that are basically one group only basically, because it if because vegetable creation basically is to be happen, that basically only that basically is supposed to be, that is the basically the requirement, right? So that requirement basically if few people only basically do, that would be the better thing basically, because it would be the better thing basically if we do certain level of task basically. Then if for example if you are preparing the cake, then basically the cake basically one person only basically do that, because if two three people, four five people basically do the cake preparation basically, then basically how the cakes basically are going to prepare. So like this basically the cake creation process basically happens. So like same way basically the human needs creation also basically happens. Human needs creation also basically happens. And same way basically the vegetable creation process happens. Like same with the vegetable creation process basically which city has created, that city also basically creates on the same way basically. Few people basically involved in this, and then basically they design the vegetable creation process, and they basically who know the exact design basically on the paper and on the system basically that this all are the area basically has to be created from this all countries material. That's all basically. They only simple, they have basically simple formula. This area basically need to create, that area need to create, entire area basically is going to create vegetable energy. This area basically data, the material is going to come from that country, that area material is going to come from that country. Like this basically entire design basically flow basically has already prepared, that this city is going to produce basically the vegetable creation. And this basically is they basically the preparation basically people don't know that basically this city is going to create vegetable creation. That basically the higher authority basically who are the nuclear power company basically, they only know. So each and every creator of the city basically, they are directly connected with the power company and the energy company basically. So if the big level city creation is happening, there basically the nuclear power company directly gets connects. If it's a very small level city basically, then power company group basically might gets connected, but nuclear power company are always connected, because it might possible that one of the city basically can create problem to entire world basically. That's why basically, because each and every city basically creates the energy, and that energy basically is used by the each and every country. That's why basically the nuclear power company gets keeps on always active with the each and every creation of the area basically, because there is no option na, basically. If you are creating wrong with a city basically, that city is going to produce some wrong energy basically, that is going to affect the entire city basically. That's why basically lots of people says that global warming basically, the problem basically occurs. One of the reason is this basically, the nuclear power company has not taken care of the city basically when the city was getting created. Literally basically, openly basically this has told by certain group basically, that nuclear power company has not taken care of that city when the city was getting created, and that city basically is going to produce this all basically human needs. So basically, if that might have done, then basically the global warming basically issue might not have created. But few people says that basically lots of things are basically created. So according to that, lots of things also basically gets creates basically. So like this basically he told that basically doctors chains are also there. Each and every nuclear power energy basically doctor are basically there. Then one person told that basically the nuclear power energy basically they are basically doctor of the city, right? They are basically the doctor of the city basically. So if the each and every city basically gets creates, it's their responsibility, right? It's their responsibility. So the city basically gets completed with the perfect data basically, that is the human needs data basically. That is the human needs data basically. That is the human needs data. So assume that in this world basically there are 1,75,000 city. So if the 1,75,000 city is there basically, then 1 lakh types of human needs they are 100% going minimum basically 1,75,000 types of human needs basically they are going to 100% going to create, right? 100%, that is 100%. Then he told that basically 100% the human needs are going to create, 175 types of human needs are 100% going to create. So that's basically by default, because the human needs basically which is getting created on the base of the natural resources basically, on the base of natural resources which was getting created, that basically is literally stopped, na? Because natural resources are already over basically. So they told that basically the experts basically told that basically you have to find the alternative, that is basically the city creation basically, that happens to the on the base of the human needs basically, the city creation has happened, and that city basically has mapped in the digital way, that is the software industry basically. Because if you go to certain level city basically, then you say that basically I want 1 kilo potato, 1 kilo onion, basically they can't give from the city energy na? Because the city is going to do the process, the it's going to dump into the digital system basically, that is the computer system basically, that is the computer system basically, you can't dump directly the data. That to dump the data basically required the certain level of system basically. That system basically lots of people says that we have created this whole system basically in this world, So that system basically can be used. After that, lots of process basically happens. Then only basically the data basically gets, and then basically the nuclear power company basically do the process, and then basically the set of things basically happen. Then only basically you can get the potato and onion. Na? Then only basically you can get the potatoes and onion basically, because there are lots of set of process basically. Then only basically the certain level of things basically gets creates. So this is also basically union basically you can say, the one type of union. This is basically one type of union only. The creation process of the thing basically. Then he told that basically 1,75,000 city basically are there. So is there anything basically they are producing? Uh, then one person told that basically, do you know basically 1,75,000 types of human needs are there? That you agree? Then one person told that 1,75,000 equal to one human needs you can create. One human need basically that you can create, whatever form it could be. Then he told that basically there might be something without reason to check the entire human needs basically. This is the easiest way basically. So this might be the newest system basically, which basically software company might not have created. So this basically can create this basically software company can create, because this type of software basically it does not exist. It mostly it doesn't exist basically. And 1,75,000 city equal to one human needs. So 1,75,000 city energy equal to one human need. That need to create basically. That only basically the nuclear power company only can do. This is the easiest way to check the data basically. So that basically few people says that lots of human needs basically can be do the swapping also. For example, tomato energy basically can be used in onion also basically. So that depends upon the requirement. So same way basically 1,75,000 cities energy basically equal to 1,75,000 combination energy basically equal to one uh, human needs basically. So like this basically he told that basically this might be the newest system basically which the company basically have to create the system basically. You can say it can be CRM system basically, wherever system basically you can create. So this is also basically one of the union basically. So basically, he told that basically this also comes into the one of the union. Like this, basically, he told that basically banks also keeps the union. Basically, for example, 1,75,000 city has created, so they might be keeping the monetary information. That one city basically took say 50 lakh 5 lakh crore basically to create. Two city took basically this much crore. Like this, basically, they might be keeping the monetary basically information that is 100%. So like this basically one like cities are basically there. So each and every city basically has taken the time basically to create the process basically. So it's not that day or night basically the things basically has created, and then basically the things has basically already created and the things basically created automatically. That is not basically happened day or night. Basically it takes basically lots of to create basically one city basically it takes 55 lakh crore to create. So that much basically money basically need to collect. That basically only banks group can collect. That basically for that basically they have created. Sorry, World Bank basically has given them the product. Basically, you can use this product, and this product basically is when you are using this product, then the each and everything basically comes automatically because they have mapped the city creation materials basically according to this product basically. For example, this area is supposed to create from that country, so that area is created from that country because that city is going to produce human needs basically. So human needs equal to city area creation, and area creation is equal to the uh, created by the set of countries basically. So this all mapping basically the World Bank basically do. So banks basically are told that you don't basically worry about the each and everything basically. They have mapped. You just need to sell this product basically. That basically is in the you that basically you can. But for that basically we have hired a few banks basically. In that few banks basically is going to create the sorry going to sell this product basically, and this product basically will be that's equal to city creation, and that city creation is going to happen on the base of certain level countries only, because we have already mapped according to the that basically that this product is going to create 100% this human needs, and this human needs basically is the combination of each and every. areas, and these areas basically are going to be created from these all countries basically. So you don't have to worry about the banks basically are not supposed to worry about the thing basically. The World Bank basically is handling each and everything. So like this basically this comes to the human need creation, and in human need creation basically the World Bank basically is telling that we have created entire union chain of the each and every human needs creation, which is going to happen from that particular country, so from that particular city basically. So this is also one of the uh, part of the union basically, which basically says that basically this has basically been created by the World Bank. So like this basically this is also one of the part basically of the union. In next part basically we are going to discuss a little bit more about the union.